Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel, Septeria's Room. This video will be a project share and sharing with you my new digitals for 2026. I did share with you a little bit of a sneak peek of the new digital kit that I've put together. And I'll just give another quick flip through of the kit and some of the projects that I made with the collection. The kit is already available now in my Etsy store in US letter size and A4 size. It's a beautiful kit. There are they are done in four groups of 5 pages. So you can choose which group you would like to purchase if you don't want all the collection. But I've done 2 groups, 5 pages of background sheets, 5 pages of journaling kit, and some ephemera pages as well. And then I'm going to show you the projects that I made to give you some inspiration. I will then do another video and do some tutorials and how I put the projects together if you wanted to make the similar ones like I have that I'm going to show you. So let me just quickly give you a quick look at the kit. So this one here, I called the kit Vintage Garden Avenue. They're just beautiful prints, florals, a shabby sort of feel with a vintage touch to it. And so they are great to work with my other digital kits as well that is in my store. So they will coordinate well with some of the of my other previous kits. So this one here is the background 001, 5 pages. And then you can decide what size you would prefer. I'm just showing you these ones in the A4 size. And you get this one here as one of the background sheets for the 001. It's just a beautiful, I've layered it with some in a collage sort of feel. It's very feminine, lovely colors. Then there is this one. And as most of my background papers, I try to make them so that you can make your projects in any direction you like. So you can go that way, and if you need to fold it, you can fold it that way. You can fold it this way, that way, any way that would work for your projects. So this is the first one. And then I've also done another set of 5 pages. This is the background 002. Another lovely 5-page set. And these ones you can also go that way, that way, that way. One. This is the last one for the 5th page. So we've got this one as Vintage Garden Avenue 002. Then I've done 5 pages of a journaling kit, and this includes some mini envelopes, file folders, tabs, pockets. So nice mixed cutter parts for you to cut up and put together. You get a mini file folder, a larger size, and a few little pieces there. And these ones have some pockets and tags and file tab, what they call them, those little fold over file tabs. You just fussy cut these, and you've got some pockets there as well to add into your journal pages. A couple of envelopes that you can cut up, really easy to put together. This is one of my favorite style of envelopes that I always like to make, and so I've made my own envelopes for you. And then you get a 2-page background sheet, and you can cut this in half. You've got 2 pieces. You can fold it in half and make this into a journal if you like to do that. So I've added that to that. So these ones are also 5 pages. And the last set of 5 pages are the ephemera kit. And I like this one too. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff that you can use to add to your pages. You can make them into collage, make them into journaling cards. So we've got this page here. This one you can also fold that in half and you can make that into a journal page. And I've made the image on the right side. So if you want to cut this in half, and I'll just quickly show you and then I'll show you how it looks like. I've made it into a journal. I'm still working on this one, so I'll just show you. So this is this one piece here that I've just cut up, and then I've folded it, not quite in half, but I've made this so that this is going to be a journal cover, and like a slim sort of journal cover. So you can make 2 journal covers out of this. And there's some journaling cards or note cards, or you can make these as collages, use these and collage it and do some layering and make that as for a journal cover. And there are 2 sizes. This is a mix of ephemera pieces for you to fussy cut, some mini postcards, some more journaling cards, some little tiny tags, labels. This one has some florals and just lovely colours, nice soft sort of a pink, shabby pink colours. And then there are these 4 postcards, and I made these so I was able to make this into little mini booklets. And you can make 4 of these into little booklets and then tuck them into your journals, or you can give these to some of your journaling friends that also do junk journaling and give this as a little Happy Mail gift. And they've got a little mini pocket size booklet. So I thought I'd make it that way. And these are the images. So that's the 5 pages of the ephemera. I really love this kit. It was it took me a little while to put this together, but I was finally happy with the end result of my kits. So let me just show you the projects and then and what pages I use for it. So let me bring some over here. So I'll show you the 2 little mini booklets using the postcards. Really easy. I just used some staples to join the pages together. I did a bit of embellishing with some lace and just a bit of a scrap fabric that I have. I used some of my tea stain papers, and just perfect if you've got a lot of little scrap papers laying around and you wanted to make it into a booklet. This has got a little pocket. I haven't got my some little tags here for you, but there's a little pocket here to add some tags or little extra little notes. There's another pocket here that I made, and then I'll put one of these together in my next video on how I made some of these projects. And because I didn't print the papers with double-sided, I did some stenciling to the white part with a stencil, and then used some of the vintage photo ink and rubbed it on just so it's not so white. And that's the other side. So that's the postcard size that I just showed you. Just that one. Just cut it out and fold it. So that's one of them, and I just use one of my little altered paper clip to keep it together. This is another one. A bit more embellishing with some of my little fabric trim. Same way, just more little pages. The bookmark, this also has a pocket. And then in the middle, that's where I just added a couple of staples to the back. I did some light distressing with my vintage photo Tim Holtz ink, and just sort of done the edges. So that's those 2. I made a mini journal with one of the file cards that's in the ephemera set. This is one here. I'm going to just take one out. I'm going to show you. I made, let me just I'll grab this one because then you can relate to it. So this page, this full page, I used all of these and placed them all inside this journal, and I'll show you. Now I did change this piece here. It's actually a little bit longer than what you see here in the video. I went back and changed the size. I made it a little bit longer so that it's just a slight longer than this thing in case you have a look. So what I've done here, I've made a journal booklet. So I've got some seam binding, and this is one of the mini journaling cards in the ephemera kit. And then I did some layering with some book pages and then backed it onto a tea stained paper. So that's a nice little spot if you wanted to write something there. And this is the file folder. I'll just open it up. So that's this one. Just fussy cut around it. I did some distressing there. I added the label in the ephemera kit and placed it there. So that'd be a perfect spot if you wanted to add a date or write down what journal it is or what month you're working on. And then I added a pocket, and that's also that's from the journal kit. So I added a pocket to the back. I just fold it in half. And then this is the little mini journal, the mini file folder. And then I made that into a little ephemera holder for some of the smaller pieces. These are the little tags and bits and pieces that I fussy cut out of the ephemera kit. And I'm going to make an embellishment out of these. So I made a double pocket ephemera holder with a book page, and I'll make one of these as well in the next video. It's one of the tags. So the tag and pocket was from the journal kit. And I'll make another one of these journals too. And then adding some more of some papers in here to make it for somewhere to write. This is some of the leftover digital I had. I just folded that over and then added that in the center of the journal. And I use a seam binding here to cover the staple bit. And then I use that as the closure. And then you just go to the next page. This is the heart image there. I fussy cut that out and made that into a pocket. And now all I've done there was I just glued one side of the heart part there and added those pieces in there. And this piece here is this piece. I made that into a belly band at the back of the file folder, so you can tuck in some more of your ephemera pieces, or maybe another a booklet in there. You can add that. So this is one of the postcards. So I just glued the top and the bottom and then made that into a little belly band. So all these pieces was put into this one file folder journal. And then I just tied it in the middle and then just bring it around, and that was a closure. And then I just tucked that in there just to add some extra decorating to the front of the journal. So that's that one. So I did make a few things. I had so much fun making all of this fun stuff. Now this one here is the, I wish I'd shown, I don't know if I've got it out. I did make a, sorry, let me just see if I've got it here. I should have brought it out, but I did make a, with a 6x8 paper, I made one of these. I wish I had brought it out here to show you, so you could see. Did I didn't leave it out here. Oh, okay. I have to, I'll put the link down below to this video. I used two 6x8 papers, I think, to make this. Oh no, I didn't. Anyway, I'll put the link down below to the video that I used using my scrapbook papers, and then I decided to make another one and recreate it using my digitals. So the size is different, but it turned out really pretty. I love how it turned out. If you do follow me and watch my videos, you would recognize this one. I think I'd just done this video in my not too long ago. And so what I've got here, I've added there's a little side pocket here. I wish I can show it to you because you can see the difference. I'm just still trying to see which, I've got all my projects in a box and I've got all these different boxes, but anyway, let's just get to the project. So this is like a file tab side here, and I've just added some little dangles with a ball pin. And then over here, I'll just flip this up so you can see, there is a side pocket here. There's some more ephemera pieces. So that's there's a little like a file tab shape there. So these are some of the ephemera pieces from the collection. So I've got that in there. It's just such a pretty cover. Then you open it up this way. And then at the back here is another side pocket. I made a pocket down here with more ephemera pieces. This is not from the collection. I've just found this at my desk, so I thought I'd throw that in. This is one of the flowers. I plastic cut that out. So there is a little front corner pocket there. And I also forgot to print this on double-sided on both sides, so I did some more stenciling to the white part. And I used a background, one of the background papers. This is an envelope from the journal kit. So you can see the size, it's a nice size envelope to add some bits and pieces in there. And then there is a side pocket here. Then you open up this way and there is a pocket here for more of your ephemera pieces, and all of these will fit in your pocket if you want to make the same size. And I'll also do this tutorial for you and show you how to make it in this size. So these are just all the little bits and pieces that was in the kit. Some more of the hearts. And then in the middle panel here is I made a pocket at the back there. This is just a little flip up piece of somewhere to write. And then this is an envelope where you can add some more of your bits and pieces in there if you wanted to do that. And then I fussy cut one of the flowers and placed it on the front here. This is one of the background papers. So I'll just flip it that way. That's the background paper from, I think it's a 002 background paper kit. So that is that. This is really fun. I had so much fun. And then once you decorate it and embellish it, it just turns out even prettier. And the paper was just lovely as well. So you can use all sorts of different embellishing up ways, and that'll work really lovely. And then this one here is also, I recreated this from the 6x6, 6x8 paper, where I made this envelope style double pocket. And I'll also put the link down below to this one if you wanted to make one of these with 6x8 paper in case you've missed this video. So I thought I'd recreate another one using my digitals, and the size is different as you can see. This is a 6x8 paper, and this one I used my digitals and made the size to suit me. And let me open this up. So it's, the style is the same, I've just decorated it differently and the size is different. There's a belly band to make for the closure. I just did some simple embellishing. I didn't have time to really decorate it all because I wanted to show you the video. So it opens up the same way, and then there is a pocket at the back here which will fit this file tab journal. So I was so happy that I was able to fit this in here just by coincidence. So that can fit in there. fits there nicely. And then there is another pocket here in the front. So I'll just take that out so you can see. And then there is another pocket here at the back, and I've just placed one of the other envelopes, and that can go in there, or you can even put that in the back there. And look how nicely it just looks decorative with the closure overlapping in the front. Just pretties it up a bit more. Then over here is another pocket, and I was able to fit one of these files, same size file cards in there too, in here. And this would make a great little spot just to do some little writing in here, or some documentation that you want to write. And that can fit in there perfectly. And then this is the file, that fold over file tab. I've fussy cut that and placed that in the front. Did a lace trim there to the front to decorate that. So that is that. And there is, the opening inside is it's not tight. And the same with this one, there is room in there. So it's a nice sort of envelope pouch. So that's the same as this. So I've done that. I had some leftover scraps. I just did a match booklet, which I love making. They're just so easy and simple. Just 2 folds, staple the sides, and it's a perfect little ephemera holder. So that was just using some of the scraps I had left over to make that. And you can make a bunch of these in any size, any width, any height you like. So that is that one. This is just one of the extra piece from the ephemera. I want to make a pocket for this, but I'll do that in my next video. So I'll keep that together. And then I'm just finishing off my slim journal, which is that cover that I showed you. And I'll just give you a quick flip through, and then once I've finished the complete journal, I'll do a complete flip through when it's complete. I added some lace there, and then this is one of the background papers. And then I added a pocket. That's one of the pockets from the journal kit. I made another pocket here. So it's not even tight. It's not even joined together yet, because I'm still probably going to add some more pages. Just wanted to add some more of these in so I don't lose them. So I've just put them all in here for now. And that's one of the other pockets. So I'm just keeping them together so I can use them later. Some more of my tea stained paper, embossing paper, a cupcake liner. Added some trim here to the side. A fabric cluster. And this is one of the other background papers. I did back at both sides. So that's going to go in the middle. I like this paper. I think that will look perfect in the middle. And I can still write on this part here. Some book page, parchment paper. So I can't wait to finish this off. I've just made this into a little flip, fabric flip. This is the other side. So I'm just still working on this. So it's coming together quite nicely. I like how all the trims are going to be peeking out through the side as well there. So it's very feminine projects using my Vintage Garden Avenue kit, available now in my Etsy store. And I can't wait to come back and share with you on how I made these projects as well. So I hope you will come back and join me. Hopefully I'll get this done as soon as I can. And I hope you enjoyed my project share and my digitals, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.